Remember, guys, the first thing you all need to download the files which are kept in the shared drive. I'll just talk about that. You know. So Mahesh would have given access to this link. You know. So go to this link. There are some set of files. So please try to download all of them. You know. So 5 files are there. You know. I think 2 are there already. Only 3 need to be downloaded. You know. So make sure that you perform that. Meantime, I'll just cover theoretical part. Malesh, I think it's taken care, right? Yeah, fine. Guys, I think you all could able to hear me, right? Pavan, Amrita, all.
Yes,
Yeah.
we can.
Yeah,
Yes,
we
we
can
can.
hear you.
Okay, fine. So in the last session, we talked about couple of transformations. So which includes what like uh, hierarchy parser, which will be used in order to convert XML to non-XML. This is relational. So in order to configure hierarchy parser, just build one component which we call hierarchy based on what XSD, which is going to be external schema definition. Using that, we could able to create what hierarchical schema that will be taken as input in order to perform hierarchy parser operations. Yes or no? Yeah. And so once the prerequisite is met, then we can start getting into building a mapping where we refer this particular schema within hierarchy parser transformation. That's done.
Hmm?
So yeah, please go on and mute, guys. There is a
Attend.
background noise.
No, first.
I request everyone to go on and mute. Yeah. So fine. Yeah, if you have any questions, you can always ask. Fine. So now after that, we have also talked about normalizer transformation, which is going to help us in order to convert columns to rows, which means so 90 degrees rotation would be possible by using what normalizer transformation. So you can ask question, what would be the business case where we can think of using normalizer transformation? So we can think of several cases. One example is what? Let us say business expects what we call quarterly sales or annual sales or half yearly sales that is happening for any organization. So assuming that the quarterly data has been organized in a column form. Now tell me, if we have the data organized in column form, can we apply any aggregation? Answer is no. Then how do we take care? That's where normalizer is going to solve that particular problem. That's it, where we can convert columns to rows and apply appropriate aggregation to get the job done. Yeah? So that's it. So and we have also talked about like how to take care of hierarchical data as well, which means if you take an organization where you will have n number of employees, for example, being a head of one of the department or a vertical, let's say we need to understand the number of reportees for that particular vice president or director or some other higher authorized person, right? How do you do that? Which means we need to get into that particular level within that hierarchy and start applying appropriate aggregation so that we could able to get the job done. So that's where this particular normalizer is going to help us in order to meet this kind of business demands, right? Now, after that, we have also talked about hierarchy builder. As the name suggests, building what? Combining the data from multiple relational sources and start building or establishing the relationships between them. based on primary key and foreign key relationships. Based on that, we could able to start what we call building a target which we call an XML file. Remember, yeah? So which means we can convert relational data to hierarchical data by using what? Hierarchy builder. But the prerequisite before we start getting into the transformation is what? We need to make sure that hierarchical schema which is kept ready. Once it is done, then we can start what we call taking two sources as input, one hierarchy builder, then followed by target. So as a result of it, we could able to start converting what we call n number of relational sources to one unique form, which we call either XML or a JSON, any other international accepted form. That's it. Yeah. So that part also we know it. Now the next question, let us say we have got what we call web service providers. For example, let us say there is a FedEx, like if you take Indian Postal System or USPS, which is American Postal System. In that case, they would maintain what we call central URL or central website through which we could able to track all the items that would be taken care by respective postal system, which is US government or Indian government or whatever. Yes or no? In that case, they will provide one of the freely available service through which could be able to obtain the item status within Informatica Cloud. Answer is yes. So that's where we could start thinking of using what we call web services transformation, where it would expect what I call business services definition that should be made ready. Once it is ready, then we can take that as an input within web services transformation. So that we could able to pull or we could able to track the status of each of the item in any FedEx site. Yeah. I think we have talked about one more example which is going to facilitate us in order to perform conversion, centigrade to Fahrenheit and vice versa. That also we have seen it. Today I've just added one more new example just to make you to understand. We can also use these web services to deal with what any third-party portal application is not confined to one particular what you call URL or one particular web-based application or web-based service. Remember that. Fine. Simple. Just to summarize, WSDL file should be ready. Use that to get a business service definition and take that as input for web services. That's it. You'll get a result of what we expect. And then we have also talked about what we call like how to build what simple task, which we call mapping task. So for what we did was we understood like how to build a mapping and get it executed. But in reality, which means while building a solution, we need to build n number of tasks and get them executed either in sequential or in parallel. Remember, right? Remember, right? In that case, we need to start creation of a task for every mapping. Then we can start making use of this particular mapping task while building the task flows or while creating task flows. That's why we have just understood like how to create what we call mapping task independently. After that, we have also seen like how to build synchronization task where we need to make sure that data is synchronized across all the medias like Asia Pacific region or Western region or some other regions because we never know due to some natural calamity issues or any disaster issues, right? We just need to know like do we have any way to recover. So that's where we can use what another task which we call a replication task. But synchronization task is going to help us in order to make sure that data is what synchronized across a number of regions. That is the scope. Replication just to make a mirroring in a sense, make a copy across several regions which are spread across different parts of the globe. Yeah. So that's it. I think we have seen that. Now, our today's session, we'll have to talk about application tasks to make a mirroring. Then we will talk about what I call some more leftover transformations. Like we have not seen like how to convert unstructured data to structured data. So for instance, let us say, I think you all could able to see my system, right? Yeah. Let me talk about that here. Yeah. So yeah. So let us say, so we have got data from log file. Let us take specific example. Yeah. So by default, log file data will be shown in unstructured form. Yes or no? Now the question, we need to make sure that we could able to organize this log file data in a well-defined format, which we call structured format. So to do that, we can start getting into the usage of pre-built AI model, or we can say Claire model. Yeah. So this particular Claire, it works based on what? Machine learning algorithm. Yeah. So which means it knows like how to predict input data and get it converted to structured form. For example, in this case, log file data, we can take it as an input and get it converted to relational form. In this relational form, we can have, let's say, JSON or XML, or so let us say simple model form, or we can also have some other form. Yeah. So etc. Or relational stuff. And how we express relational part, it varies from person to person, right? So that's it. This part would be taken care by this Claire model, where we call it as what? Intelligent structure model, ISM, right? So intelligent structure model, yeah. So which is going to help us to import or to upload the input log file, and then if we try to discover the structure of what we have in that particular log file, right, we can just run the discover so that we could able to see conversion happening. That's it. So this is also part of components, guys. Then once it is done, we can start building a mapping where you will have a source data, which is a log file data, and then we can use another transformation which we call structure parser transformation. Here we refer intelligent structure model, and result of that will be sent to any target which is in structured format. That's it. Yeah. So which means what? They made it very easy, guys, Informatica, because AI has got, which is artificial intelligence has got inbuilt intelligence based on machine learning algorithm. Yeah. So we all know that this AI like Chat GPT, whatever, right? They're all what? Language models. Yes or no? Chat GPT is one of the language model, right? What it does, for a given input, language model means it takes some input and it will tell us, it will give us the result. That's it. Yeah. That could be, that will be based on what? NLP, which is natural language processing. But anyway, we don't need to worry about it does it. What we need to worry about, how to use it. So that much I think I talked about it. I'll not get into the deeper aspects of it. Fine. So that's the first thing, guys. Let us try doing it practically. Then we'll get into what? Another example, which is going to be parameterization, whatever. Let us see. So let's log on to the tool, guys, all of us. Yeah, it's all ready. Yes. Now make it full screen. Yeah, these are the five files, guys. Make sure that you all have downloaded. Huh? Yeah. So now go to this Informatica Cloud. Yeah, select data integration. Yes, now the agent is ready to use. Okay, the first thing, let's understand one log file example. Can you see, guys? Yeah, yeah. There is a task log, right? I think we have seen the task log, right, or session log. Yeah. So if you open that, see there are three lines over here. Yes or no? So which does not look like what structured data. Yes or no? So now this log we all know that. I think first day itself we have just downloaded session log. After that we have seen it. Yeah. So now the question, how to get this particular unstructured data converted to what? Structured data. So that's going to be the question mark. Yeah. So let us try doing it. Yeah. And guys, so now let us try to convert that to structure. First thing, click on new. I think we're all on the same page, right? Yes or no? Pavan, Gopi, all. Guys,
Yeah, yes,
guys.
Narasimha.
Yeah, perfect. So now create a mapping. I hope the concept is clear, right? Yeah, this is one of the important transformation, guys. You can really see the power of ISCS starting from this particular transformation. Others are straightforward, which are more or less similar to what we could do in Power Center, like hierarchy parser, hierarchy builder, structured parser, and templates. These are the key things in ISCS. Rest, straightforward. Fine. So now let us take what structure parser. Where is that? Yes. So we can see, right? Yeah. So now let us configure. This is a mapping, right? But we have not built a component. So let's build it. Go to new, select components. Can you see here? Intelligent structure model. Yeah. So after you create an intelligent structure model, you can associate it with what? Structure parser transformation and use the transformation in a mapping. That's what I think I was trying to talk earlier, right? Like within a mapping, we can just get structured parser. Anyway. So before we get there, let us try to build a model. Click on this ISM and say create. Yeah. Yes. So we can put here a model for what log file conversion, right? Or you can put ISM model. Let's say this is a location. If you want, we can change the location to something else. That's fine, I think. We don't need to worry. We know, right? How to create a project folder. We have done that already. So click on, can you see, guys, choose file. I think we're all on the same page, right? Yes or no?
Yeah, Narasimha.
Okay. So click on what you call file upload. Yeah. And then select what this particular unstructured data, which is, let us say, task log or whatever, right? So that should be taken as input in order to convert unstructured to structure, because we have already seen the content underneath, right? So click on open. Yeah, can you see here? There are three rows which contains unstructured data over here. Yes or no? Now we need to start getting it converted to structure by using what? Discover structure. Can you see here? Remember when we talked about life cycle, right? Informatica, information management life cycle. In that, what we discussed, we have seen access layer followed by discover layer. Discover, what it does, it's going to identify the issues, but here it is going to discover the source data and get it converted to structured data. That's the difference between lifecycle discover and ISM model discover. Fine. So now result of this particular discover, can you see a model, and the model contains root element, under that value 1 first attribute, token second attribute, third element third attribute, value 2 fourth attribute. Within element we have got again date time, within date time substructure, right? We got a date separate attribute, time separate attribute. So we can clearly see the this particular log converted to structure model, right? Now the same thing if you want to see in relational form, so click on relational output. Yeah, can you see here on the right side we can see what there are 5 columns, and every column contains appropriate value here. For example, value 1 contains manager mapping, token contains PTL and TM, date contains for all 3 rows same date, 16th Jan, then time 754, whatever value, whatever is there in that input data. So you can clearly what you call highlight here. See, if you try to highlight, look at the source data, which is in the text area, right? And how it is converted, which is in the bottom right. Yeah. So, and model also you can see highlighted one, right? See how easy to understand after conversion also. Yeah. So that much of intelligence which is built in as part of this particular intelligence structure model. Yeah. I hope it is clear to everyone, right? Yes or no? Now, the next thing, JSON or XML format. Yeah. Same data only, XML form. See value 1 token, and date time, you can see date and time, and value 2 last message. That's it, over. Total there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 attributes here. So which includes top level attributes and bottom. In this case, this is top level structure actually. Within that there are 2 sub attributes. We can say within a structure there are 2 members. Yeah? Date and time. Value 1, value 2 token, they are the top level attributes. That's it. So same thing will be repeated for what? Second row or second line. Yeah, see here. So element started here, element ended here. If you try to highlight, right? See here, element, if you look at this here, element starts here and element ends here, which means what? Complete data within that we can see here. Yes or no? That's it. Yeah. Similarly, for third row also we can see here. So this way you can convert unstructured to structured like XML, relational, model. I think we have seen all of them. Clear, guys? And then save it. I hope it is done. Yes or no? Now let us close this. Yeah. Now that we need to understand like how to refer this particular what I call model within the structured parser transformation, right? So let us try doing that. Yeah. So first thing, remember, if you want to take care of it, so we need to get the data. To get the data, so I've just created one more file, which is a log path. This also you guys will have it. Here we need to specify the right path, guys. Wherever this task log, located C source, sorry, D source. So within that, we got task log.txt because this is where we have, right? Yes or no? Yes. So D is a drive, source is a folder, and task log is a file. So same thing, we have just kept it here. Yeah. So please change this particular location, guys. Yeah. So once it is done, now we can get into this mapping workspace to create a mapping. Yeah. So let's go to source, maximize it, then configure source properties. Yeah. Let's say select source file connection, and then select, click on select button. So here we have got a log path. Just search for it. Yeah. And select what? Log path.txt. So please select it, guys. Done all? And then say okay. Yeah. Any questions, guys? Yeah. See here after preview, right? So we can see D source task log.txt. Yeah. Yes. Said done. So far so good, right? Now we need to configure the structure parser transformation. Yeah. Maximize this. Yeah. So now go to structure parser and select. So we have it under dev and extract folder. So within that there's only one that's built just now, right? Yeah. So please select it, guys. Yeah. Then click on select. That's it. Can you see here? Output, we are going to expect a relational form, but it could be anything, guys. JSON or XML, Perquator, whatever. Yeah. But ultimately, it's in structured form. That's it. Yeah. Any type doesn't matter for us. Yeah. Now let's configure the mapping part. So now it's not connected, right? So we need to connect from source to structured parts. So let's connect it. Yeah. Now if you go to incoming fields, can you see now we can see log path. So that is part of log path file name. Yeah, we are using same header name as file name, right? That's it. Yeah. Now the next question, which is field mapping, where we can map log path to file path. So remember, guys, any XML or any file that would contain two parts. One is going to be header, second would be data. For a given header, you could get what? Data which will get filled in. That is why if you look at the precision for header, the size is less. For data, size is more because it has to take care of storing all the attributes within but the data. That's why size should be more. But if the XML size is larger than what we are dealing, then we need to increase the size. Fine, right? That's it. I think the mapping is done. After the, I think it's done, right? Mapping part, all. So please confirm, guys, so that I can proceed to the next step.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, perfect. So now let's go to output fields. Yeah. So we can see here two groups over here. One group is what? Where we'll have the conversion. In the last part, right? Origin, from where it has been derived, right? This we call X path. This you guys would have seen even in Power Center also, which means it is derived from top table element within that value one. And element level we have got how many? Three. A value one, token, and last one value two. Then within that, there's one more date time, right? So corresponding X path. Remember, guys, it's a very simple. If we talk about XML, right? So XPath is the one through which we can navigate from top to bottommost element in order to pull the value corresponds to any attribute. Remember that, yeah? If you just know XPath, right? So wherever we have got attributes, right, we can just navigate and get the data retrieved. Yeah. So that's it. Yeah. So this is done, guys. That's all. It's very simple to configure. And then we can map output of this structured parser to a target where we got two groups. Select what? The group where we have got our expected structure attributes, which is element here. Yeah. We have seen that element as a root as part of a model, right? So same thing need to be selected here so that all the what you call descendant attributes would be retrieved based on this particular top level element. Yeah.
Undefined means in the log path or source file we have undefined data means that will goes to undefined group.
Exactly. Like I think yesterday we have seen, right?
Okay,
So if
in
you take,
parser.
I think, yeah. So we got two groups, right? One is a fault group, other is what?
Yeah.
User dependent group. Similar to that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, so please select element, guys, here, and then say okay. So that's it. Now let's configure the target properties. This is straightforward. Hey, what happened? Stuck. Yes, now it has come up. Yeah. Now let us select our target file connection. Yes, and then target file. Yeah. Yeah. So now we have what structure process result, right? Result.txt. Yeah. Say okay. That's it. Now let's give the meaningful mapping name, mapping underscore structure parser. Yeah, that's it, guys. And save it. That's it. Now let us run it. Yeah, so same runtime environment, right? Make sure that we have selected the right agent and click on run button. Yeah. So now let's wait for the result. Okay. Meantime, if anybody has got any questions, right? So please try to ask those questions, guys.
Yeah, I have a question, Sima. So we already have one, dynamically we get the log generated. So whenever we are creating a task in a workflow manner, especially with the child task and all. So about this intelligent, use case, where exactly this will be fitting in our requirement? Because
No,
already
wherever
we
you
have a.
want.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yeah, so whenever we run the task, it will already generate a separate task, right? So where this intelligent, application will be used, intelligent model
No,
application.
yeah, see, that's a good question. Remember, guys, see, this model is going to help us just to convert only unstructured to structure. For example, let's say we need to read the data from log file. Let's take this. Then we got structured data, right? So we need to apply business logic for structured data, like sorting. And once you sort it, then perform aggregation if needed. Once you aggregate it, we can also perform what we call again union. Let's assuming that we also get to see some other source also. Then followed by some other transformation. So likewise, we can have n number of transformations within a mapping, then create a task, get it called in task flow. Yeah. So within a
Oh,
mapping only we can have this model usage, then followed by other subsequent transformations. Yeah.
okay, okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Yeah, that's a good question, guys. Because remember, we never know what kind of data you get it. From one source, you might get unstructured. Some other source will get structured. Now, customer will expect, okay, we need to combine data from these two sources. So one source where we use this structured parser, it will convert. Other source directly will take it. Then second source with first source result of structured parser, we apply combination, which is union. So that way, this is going to help. This is second example. So likewise, you can think of many examples where the structured parser transformation is going to help us. Yeah. Yeah, let us try to refresh this. So we got three rows because source data has got three, right? Now let us verify the result in the target. Yeah. So we should get what? Five fields as part of result, right? Yeah, we got it, right? Value one, manager, mapping, whatever, token, date, time, value. So we got all the rows, like whatever has been expected from this particular input. Yes or no? So that's so in simple terms, we can say that converting log file to structure or relational. That's all it is doing. But it's not that easy, guys. For example, if you take nowadays, we got lots of generative models, right? Like ChatGPT or Copilot or many other third-party AI tools. The usage wise, it's very simple, but when it comes to real algorithm, right? So it is going to make use of NLP. It also will make use of neural networks algorithm. Within that, there's lots of logical operations should take place because it has to read the data which is spread across multiple parts of the globe, which is internet data, right? It has to pull the data, combine, apply neural networks, build the logic, and the result of that should be taken as input to what you call expected input, then start generating the result. It's not that easy. You know? It's very complex, but yes, from the user's perspective, it's very simple. You know? So same way, this intelligent structure model also does the same thing in the sense while converting large volume of data. So it uses what LLP, which is large learning LLM, large learning models, you know, where we can process huge volume of data with the consultation of n number of very high-end systems in the backend, which is in the data center. Yeah? So that is part of what I call a model. It's not our job. Yeah. Anyway, so now let us start getting into the next step, guys. I hope it is clear, right? Structure parser transformation. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So now let us start getting into what another transformation, which is Java transformation. Right? Remember, guys, if you take any tool, not only Informatica tool, any tool like data stage, IBM data stage, or Abinitio, or Pentaho data integration, or Talent data integration, there are lots of integrations that we have in the market. Now the question: can we perform anything and everything by using the available integration tools? Answer is no. If no, then how do you take care? Because customer expects that. So in that case, we have to have a way to write a code so that we can get it extended. So to do that, Informatica offers another transformation with a template, which we call Java transformation, you know, where you can just go and fill the template to get the job done. You don't need to write a complete code like public static void main, have methods, all that. We don't need to do that. So where we need to place the logical elements, there is a template in it. We just have to go and place the code. Rest will be taken care by Informatica, right? So that is where Java transformation is going to help us. Now let us understand what do we do as part of this simple example. Any kind of complex logic or simple logic, guys, we can do it by using what Java. Yeah? So, but don't try to think, build this particular newer functionality based on some other language. We can do it, but we need to have a wrappers to convert as a Python example or some other C++. We need to convert those, what do you call, not understandable format to what Informatica understandable format. Again, we need to have JNA wrappers, Java native interface, right? We can avoid doing that if you write a code directly with what Java. Yeah? So that is why we'll try to go with what Java and understand what it does. Yeah? First thing, I think you guys have downloaded right files. Yeah? The first thing, let's say we got this j.txt, right? That's a sample data. Yeah? So where we can see this is one column only. Complete data for every row will be stored in one column, guys, which means we are not going to make use of comma delimiter over here. So we take out comma delimiter and store complete text as part of one output field or one field, which we call row field here. So likewise, you can have n number of rows in it. So we have got 4 rows in it. I think so far it's clear, right, guys? Now, once it is done, the next step is what? Let us say we need to split this particular input data where you just try to extract first two fields based on what comma delimiter. That is our expectation. No? So to do that, there is a pre-built code which I've kept it ready. You can just open the Java code where we can see array of strings. Can you see here? Array of strings. So it is going it in the sense this particular method, it's a split method, is going to return array of strings based on what comma delimiter. Yeah. So we got array of strings here. Array of strings with first two fields. That's what it means. Then row split is a array of strings. This is the intermediate variable, right? Or object. Then row split dot length. See whether it's greater than or equal to 2. Then only control will enter into this particular decision making block where we are storing the first field value, which is index 0, which is row split index 0, which is the first field 1a, example first row, right, comma second row, this is row split 1. That's it. So which means we are trying to extract only first two fields based on the comma delimiter and close this if block. That's it. Simple example to understand like how to integrate, but the functional could be very complex based on the customer need. You know? Clear, guys? Yeah. Now let us try to build the code within Java transformation and see how it works. So let us get into this integration, guys. I hope the concept is clear. No, simple. Read the sample data, apply the Java logic, and see whether it works or not. That's a summary of what we discussed. Yeah. So now let us try to build a new mapping. Yeah. Create, and now we can make use of Java transformation. Yeah. So let's say we have Java transformation. Yeah. So let us try to configure the source based on Java sample data, which is j.txt, right? Yeah, I think we're all on the same page, right? Yes or no? First, we organized the mapping. After that, we are trying to get it configured from the scratch. Yeah. Done, guys. Now click on source and select the connection because we place this that particular file in the same location. Yeah. So it's better to place some other location. We can save time, right? Yeah. That's why I just placed the same location. Then click on select. So j.txt. So please select this file, guys. Yeah. Done, guys. All. I think we're all on the same page, right? Yeah, then say okay. Yeah, now try to preview the data. That's fine, I think, right? So delimiter part will take a later. Now click on Java. That's where we need to focus now. Yeah. So incoming fields, there is only one, which is a row. That is clear. Then go to Java. That's where we need to focus. Can you see here? This is a template that we can see, right? Like if you want to import any new packages other than default packages, we can get it done here. Like example, import Java util package or Java math package or Java AW, whatever package that you want to import. So we can do it over here. Then any helper data or helper utilities or helper methods or helper attributes, right, or properties, all of them will be placed over here. Then the next part is going to be important part, which is on input row, which is if you get data from input, how do you process it? That's where processing part would be taken care by applying the logic. Example, example, let us try to copy and paste this particular Java code. Yeah. Because we are trying to split the input data into what? Two separate fields. That is our goal, right? So now try to copy and paste it here. Yes or no? So it is going to return array of strings, right? Based on comma delimiter. And C length is greater than 2 equal to 2. And then capture first two fields. That's what it's doing, nothing else. Yeah. Now we need to select the runtime environment and compile. Remember guys, in order to compile, right, we have to have JDK installed, which is Java Development Kit. Within that, it would contain Java C compiler, which is Java compiler, and also JRE, which is Java Runtime Environment, or we can also call it as JVM, which is java.exe. These two are mandatory in order to perform this. Yeah? So there is a symbol problem, output row, right? So it's because we are trying to store, see highlighted line, right? It's the output field, right? We need to add it, as part of outputs. Create a field and supply the same name, and output type will be string because we are dealing with the characters. Yeah, say okay. That's it. Now try to recompile this. Yeah, see, it is compilation successful because in this particular environment we have got what, JDK, which comes along with this installation, guys. If you go to Informatica Cloud Secure Agent, where can you see here JDK? Within that we have got bin folder where we can find Java C and Java. Can you see here? These are the two utilities, Java and Java C. Java C will be used for compilation to take care of syntax and semantics, and Java will be used for execution. We all know that, right? Yes or no? Clear, guys? Now, in order to process this particular code, right? So we need to use what? Generate row. But without that, let us try to see how it works. Then we'll change it. So let us add the target, guys. Yeah. So target file connection, and click on select, and click on media button, create new runtime. So we can put here Java result.txt. Yeah. Yeah. Any questions, guys? Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Now I think we all set. to execute this mapping. So mapping underscore, I'll just put here Java. Yeah, that's it, guys. I hope all done, right? Anybody is not done, guys? Sorry?
No need to change delimiters like source delimiters. I mean, we need to consider it as single row, right?
Exactly. We need to change that logically. But let us see. We'll get wrong result, right? Then we'll see why it went wrong. You are right, actually. We need to change it to other than comma. Yeah? Anyway, that we are going to see. Let us run it first. See how it behaves without change, right? Then we'll change and see the effect of that. Yeah? So that way we can understand clearly, right? Yeah. So now let's go to monitor and see what comes out as a result of Java transformation. Yeah. I hope all done, right, guys? So we are taking simple text or simple string as input and start applying simple split method from Java to split input data into two subfields and capture those two subfields data in the target. That's all we are doing, right? So output row, which we have seen within the if decision making block, right? So it would return the combination of data from or concatenation of first and second field. That's what we are doing, right? Like array of string 0 plus array of string 1, which is index. And refresh this. See, we got 0 rows. It is not processed because let us see what went wrong. Yeah, it's empty because we don't have a data at all. Because in the data in the sense, why we'll talk about it is not processed at all. Because we have just given a code snippet, but are we processing it? To process it, we need to make use of API. Remember, so there are pre-built APIs supported by cloud. So under APIs, you can see one of them. Yes, now let us try to use this. Yeah, generate row. Yeah. Try copy and pasting it here. Can you see, guys? So we need to use generate row in order to process this data. Please apply this. Yes, now we can recompile this. Make sure that there are no compilation issues. Yeah. Yes, it is successful, right? Yeah. Now it will get processed. Let us see after processing what would be the result that we can see in the target. Yeah. So let us run it. So this way we need to understand in an iterative manner, guys, rather than directly building the complete stuff one shot. Understand? Yeah. Clear, guys? Now refresh this. See, we got all the 4 rows processed. At least processing is done. Now let us look at the result in the target. Can you see? We got only 1 year because in source itself, if you look at now, you will have only 1 year. Let us see while looking at the preview in source, right? Yes or no? Take source and then look at the preview. Here itself you'll have 1 year because comma delimiter, right? See, where is the question of splitting comes in. So whatever we have input, right? Same thing we have it in the target. I think someone is saying, right? So we need to take care of it. So we can use any other delimiter which does not matches with the source data. Let's say we are using colon. Guys, please apply this. And then say, okay, anything other than comma. Now we should get the complete data in row field. Yeah. 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, whatever, till 10A we have, right? See, we got complete data. I think this is what you're trying to ask this question, right? Yes. Yeah. Now let us save it. And run, right?
Priya?
Yeah, try to refresh it. See, we got all the four. Now let us see in the target. We got no. See, this is complete data from the source row, right? And output row, first 2 fields data. That's what we are doing, right? Yes or no? And putting it a single string. That's it, guys. I hope you all have understood, right? Like how we can see the effect of Java code in the target. Yeah. One Gopi, Krishnan, all guys. Venkat. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, no.
got it.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah. So likewise, you can also take one exercise, which is a complex example. You can just copy and paste the code and then run it so that you can really see the power of this particular Java transformation. Fine. Okay. So I would have done it, but time is not there. Sorry. Now, so let us talk about database connection. Because we have not talked about connection, how to configure database connection, right? The first thing we need to meet the prerequisites. So first thing is what? We need to make sure that this particular one of the database, either Oracle or MySQL or SQL Server, right? That has to be installed. So in this environment, I have installed MySQL Server, right? So search in the services list, right? Can you see here? I think on your system also, MySQL is up and running. Yes or no, guys? Can you please confirm that? Then only we can start configuring the connection settings in the cloud. Yeah. Yes or no? Please check from your system also.
Yeah, it's there for me.
Okay, perfect. So I think it will be there for everyone. So now the next question. Can we connect to this server from command prompt or any graphical client? Answer is yes. Let's type MySQL. So see, we have workbench, all that, right? And we also have command line client. See here, there's a MySQL command line client. Just search for it and click on that. Yeah. See, I'm trying to show from the scratch, guys, server. Then check whether we could able to talk from outside Informatica Cloud. Then we'll get into the configuration within data integration. So click on this command line client and password is a root, all lowercase, ROOT. That's it. Clear now? We could able to log in. Now the next question. Let us create one database schema, then create one table, add some data to that and get it committed. So make sure that data is ready in a table. Yeah, fine. The first thing in this particular command and plan, right? Let us create database. Create database, let's say test. Yeah. So please create database with the name of test. Done, guys. Now, if you look at show databases, our database also should appear. Show databases semicolon. Can you see? Last but one, right, which is test, which is ours, right? I think so far we're all on the same page, right? Yes or no, guys?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let us go to that particular database. Use test, because whatever operation that we are going to do with respect to database, right? We are going to do within the test schema, right? So now create one table, create table name, which is a temp, a field name, integer is a type, and semicolon. So please apply this DDL statement, guys, which is create table name, whatever. This anyway, you guys are experts. Try to provide this. I think it's readable, right? Or do you want me to increase the font?
It's readable.
Right? Readable. Okay, fine. Perfect. Now create table is done. Now let us insert one or two rows. Insert into table, which is TMP. Field is A and values. Let's say 1, 2, 3. Fine. Let's insert one more, which is 2, 2, 2, whatever. Right? Enter. After that, get it committed. That's it. We created database. We got into database. We have created a table. Then we inserted two rows in it and committed. Now, yeah, please perform this. Then we'll talk about next.
So we don't need any additional privileges for the database.
We got full complete privileges here. Yeah, because we have got admin privileges. So admin can perform anything, right? Yes or no?
No, I mean for the test schema, like whenever we are creating some database, we used to give some privileges, right?
Yeah, the grant DBA to that database. That's what you're saying, right? Database user, right? Yes or no?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, because anyway you are DBA administrator, by default you'll have DBA. Yeah,
Okay.
right? Root user, right? Root user has got DBA privileges. If the user is different, right, who doesn't have DBA privilege or some other privilege like create, grant, create, update, whatever, right, then we need to provide. You are right. But no? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So select start from table, which is a temp. So we got two rows, right? Yes or no? So backend side, all done from the scratch till we retrieve the data. Perfect. Now let us get into cloud. First thing we need to, if you could able to pull the data, right, which means our configuration is fine. Yeah. Now remember, guys, I think when we talked about first the access layer, right, in Informatica lifecycle, yeah. So we got a structure, data structure, whatever, right? So in order to pull the data from database, right, we have to have corresponding connector. Yeah. So I think you guys have downloaded a connector, right? You need to place the driver or connector in this particular location which I'm going to go. So apps. So there is a data integration server, ext drivers. So this is where this first connector, right, 8012. Why? And specific about that version, I would talk about it. Make sure that whatever has been downloaded, it has been copied to this location. That is mandatory, guys. Second one is optional. We can delete it. Yeah. Anyway, you have only one, right? So make sure that you download and copy to this location. Yeah. Now you can ask question. In case of connector name is different from what we have it here. So where do you need to change? That's a question, right? So to answer that, we can go to what you call administrator, where there is a jar file name. Yeah. So in that, we need to change the value corresponds to that particular jar file name. Yeah. So let us try doing that. Yeah. So in this, can you see, guys? So we are focusing on one runtime environment, which is under secure agent group. This one, right? Yes or no? Now, yeah, please get into this particular runtime environment, guys. Then you will understand like where we need to get in and start looking at the value corresponds to MySQL jar file name. Yeah.
Can you show me that path once again, like where we need to place the jar file?
Okay. Data integration server under that ext drivers. This is the path. You can see, right?
Oops. Yeah, got it.
Yeah, perfect. So after placing it, usually we need to restart agent. Don't do that. And I'll show it from my system. Later on, you guys can do it. Yeah. But sometimes it picks up also. There'll be some lag. Yeah. Fine. Now let us start getting into what is administrator, runtime environments. Select a secure agent group under that secure agent. And now we can just edit secure agent. Like in Informatica Power Center, right? We can go to admin console to perform administrative operations. Like let's say we got Power Center integration service where we can add any global variable set. That's what we are going to see here now. Yeah. So click on edit secure agent. Yeah, here we need to make sure that we select this particular data integration server. Within that, can you see here? This is going to be the variable name, MySQL JDBC driver jar name. So, and value corresponds to that particular variable is what? 8012. So, where do we have 8012, guys? This one, version. Yeah. So, that's why we need to be specific on this particular version. So, that's why I download only that version so that there won't be any issue. Or else we need to change it. Click on edit. If the driver connector name is different, right? We need to change it here. Yeah. Now we don't need to change because we are using same connector as it is expected here. That's it. Then after that we can save it. Anyway, we have not done any change. You can just discard this. Clear, guys, so far? Yes or no? I've shown this because you might be using latest connector, right? In that case, we need to know the location where to change it. Yes or no? That's it. I hope it is clear to everyone. Yes or no?
It's not showing for us actually. It's under runtime environment only, right?
Yes, go to runtime environments, right? That is the first step. Then select agent. Yeah. Then edit properties.
Can I share my
Got
screen
right?
if you don't mind?
I can share it. Hey, what happened?
So are you able to see my screen?
Yes, yes. Yes.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything with MySQL.
Now you need to select data integration server under top service, right? Can you see? Yeah. Drop down. Data integration server. Second. Yeah. Now can you see
Yeah,
MySQL
got it.
JDBC driver? Yeah.
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
So fine. Let me share again. Yes. Now we need to get into what? Data integration. Yeah. Okay. Let's quickly create a connection. So we can also create a connection administrator also. Let's go to administrator. Like a global connections, right? Like what we did in Power Center. Same thing can also be done here. Yeah. So here you will have connections. Yeah. See, these are existing connections that we created, right? Now click on new connection here. Yeah. So my SQL connector, right? Yeah. My SQL connection. Now select MySQL here. Can you see here? MySQL. Then select runtime environment and username is a root. Password is also same, root, and host name local host, because this is where we have this thing, right? MySQL server, port number 3306, and database we give test. Yes or no? And then what happened? Yeah, and the test connection. On the right top you can see test connection. Let's see here test for this connection was successful. So please apply these inputs, guys. That's all. After that, previewing data also can be done. Once a preview, no, which means you could able to fetch the data. So we are fetching the data. That's what it means. Correct, no?
Test connection was failed. So do we need to restart the secure agent?
Yeah. What is the issue actually?
Saying unable to locate SQL driver something saying.
Oh, which means, yeah, which means that we place that, we copy that file, right? After that, to reflect that particular change, no, we need to restart agent. Now don't do it. After the session, you can try, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Let's focus on others. But you can just watch. After that, you can just take care. Yeah. Others also, guys. Yeah. So that's it, guys. So let us save this connection. Yeah. Now let's go to data integration. Use this connection and see whether you could able to pull the data or not, which is reading. At least preview part, if it works, no, it's fine. Which means you could able to fetch. Let's see that. So go and build new mapping. Yeah. Forget about target. Target is also not required. Let us say. Yeah. If you could able to pull, right, source is also fine. Let us see. So because we talked about source many times, right? So this is straightforward thing. So now in this drop down, our MySQL connector is there, right? Yes or no? So we need to select that, then click on select. Now whatever table that we have, so we create only one table, right? Temp. Yes or no? It appears, which is already connected. No? So or else you won't get to see this table list, right? Yes or no? That's it. Now we can preview the data. We added 2 rows, right? Yeah, see, we got it, right? So that's it, guys. This is an end-to-end understanding of what, how to make sure that MySQL server is up and running, and how to connect from the client and perform creation of database, getting into database, creation of table, adding data, get it committed, and see in the Informatica Cloud, configure MySQL connection details and pulling the data. All that we have done end to end. Yes or no, guys? These are steps that we need to follow for database stuff. Now, let us talk about next example, which is going to be what I call parameterization, guys. We have not done. It's a very important concept. Let us understand like how one can start understanding the parameterization. Now, see, the concept of parameterization is what? Supplying the value to a parameter at runtime. You know, for example, in the dev environment, let's say we got one set of database details. You know, in testing environment, other set of database details, like connection data, so the database name, username, password, port number, all that. Now, how do you take care of this kind of changes from one environment to other environment? That's where we need to introduce the concept of parameterization, where in this particular Informatica, we can achieve this parameterization by using what? A file. You know? So where we can add a param file, create a param file. Within that, we can add any number of parameters. You know, like a database, anything. We can use these parameters for filtering or database connection or source file or source directory or target file or target directory, whatever. Wherever there is a need to supply a different value, in such cases, we can think of using what? Parameterization. Yeah. So any number of global parameters or specific parameters can be added. This is exactly similar to what we do in the Power Center. There's nothing different from that. Yeah. So now let us create one parameter file and add one parameter and create one task and see whether we could able to supply the parameter file and refer the parameter and see whether we could able to see the effect of this particular parameter or not, right? So these are the what you call the complete steps that we all need to follow in order to take care of parameterization. Clear, guys? Yes or no? So now let us try doing it step by step. The first thing, so let us create one param file. So right click, new, and text document. Yeah. Yeah. Then we can just say param, open that. Yeah. So syntax anyway, we don't need to worry. Double, what do you call, double dollar, then followed by, I'll just put here filter, which is equal to 1 and save it. So assuming that we are going to limit the number of rows by applying the filter condition. Yeah. So we are trying to add a simple parameter here. Yeah. Please add it, guys. Now the next question, where to place this param file? Can we place it anywhere or a fixed location? Answer is both. In the sense, if we try to place in a predefined param location, we don't need to supply param directory. Yeah, but only file name need to be specified. In case if you place this what you call file in some other location than predefined location, then we need to supply parameter file directory, then param file name. These are two things. We'll try to focus on one by one. So let us try to copy this param file onto the predefined location. So let us go to that predefined location, C drive, program files, Informatica Cloud Secure Agent, apps, then data integration server, data. So, and user parameters. Can you see, you guys? User parameters. See, empty. Now we are trying to copy it. That's it. If you try to place it as part of this location, right, then there is no need to think of supplying param file directory. Yeah. Done, guys, all? Oh, let's try to refresh this. Uh, Guys, is it what same thing happening on your system?
Yeah, same.
Same.
Oh, Malesh, are you there? One second, let's wait. Oh, okay. So let us try to stop and start. See whether it works. Yeah, let me try. If it works, then you guys can do that. It is stopping now. It is shutting down. Okay, so let me talk about theory. Let it come up. Yeah. So what we're trying to do here. So we are trying to create a param file, added parameters. Yeah. Then placing the param file in the predefined location, which is under data integration server. We got data within that user parameters. In that we placed param.txt. Yes or no? That's it. Then once it is done, then we can build or create task. Any task, mapping task, whatever. Let's create synchronization task. Mapping a wallet done, right? Synchronization task. Yeah. Where the source could be anything. Let's just source is a file. Then apply filter here, which is not a filter transformation. Within task itself, we can put a filter condition, which is C1 greater than or greater than, let us say, $$ filter. Yeah. So apply this, and then in TGT file, we should get the result based on the filter condition, which implies what? End-to-end understanding of what I call parameter. This is a referring, right, parameter, but where to specify the param location? Param location optional here because we placed in the pre-built location, and param file name, which is to be mandatory, param.txt. So in task level itself, we got schedule tab, right? In that, I think we have seen this option where we need to supply this. Other case, if it is a different location, right, it's mandatory. Like for example, C:// whatever, right? So all DIS then followed by or some other location. Let's say C source location. Within that, param.txt. Yeah, these are the two ways, right? Hey, what happened? It's taking this much time. Okay, so that's it, guys. So let it go down. So meantime, Paul, I'll talk to these guys. So meantime, can you take a break, guys? Yeah. So after you
Narsima,
come
you
back.
should sign out and sign in again, then you'll be able to connect.
Oh, this one, huh? Log out, log in.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. Is it working, madam?
Yeah, it was working for me.
Oh, not earlier, huh? Fine, let us see. If it works, it's good. So, yeah. Now let me copy it. Paste it. No, shadow still in progress. Actually, I stopped it rather than shutting the stop, right? I would have just logged out and logged in, right? Okay.
Okay.
Fine, that is fine. I think yeah, let's take a break. Meantime, if it doesn't work, right, I'll use my local system. Local also have this thing ready. So you guys can just log out and log in, guys. It will work, I think, right? Yes, let me start my local thing. Yeah. So by the time it is ready, no? So our break time will get over. So we'll meet around 3:57, 8, whatever, around 4 o'clock. Well, guys, after that, we need to continue with some topics. Yeah, let's take a break. Yeah.
Connection, bro. You're on mute if you're speaking.
No. I think we have taken break, right? Let's wait for 2-3 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, I think let's continue, guys. Yeah, I think all are back, right? Yeah, we'll wait for 1 minute. Yeah, so let us try doing it, guys. Yeah, so I think we were trying to talk about parameterization, right? So we have built param file name and placed it under user parameters. That's a default location of the parameter file. Yeah, not this. So apps that. Yeah, so I think you can hear me right now. Venkat, Ravan, all. Yeah. Yes, right. Yes. Krishna, Naresh, Priya, all. Can hear me, right, guys? Oh, what happened? Now go to data integration server. Yes. So here we need to go to data, then user parameters. Let me maximize it. User parameters. Yeah. This way we place parent file, right? Yes or no, guys? Yes, right? Guys, you can hear me, right? Yes or no? What happened? Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, Master.
Okay, Tejas, thank you. So now let us create one task and refer that parameter and see the effect of that. So click on new. Now within tasks, let's focus on synchronization tasks. Yeah, we have not done it, right? So click on create. So synchronization task. So let's say with parent, right? So first we'll talk about without parameterization. Then we'll try to introduce parameters and see with and without parameterization. Yeah. Task operation, insert, click on next. Yeah. Now source connection. So let us say source file and file name is same, which is seq1, right? So let it come. Yeah. So seq, search for it. Yeah, can you see here the first file? Please select it, guys, all. Yeah. You can scroll down where we can see select button here. Yeah. Clear, guys?
Yeah.
All. Well, click on select. Now click on next button. So here we need to specify the target connection details, like target file connection. Then specify the target. Yeah. So we can select existing target. Let's say, okay, we have any other target. Yes, let's take expression target. Let us see what are the fields. Yes, we have many fields anyway, that's fine. Yeah. So click on next. So now can you see here, if you want to limit the number of rows, we can click on filter condition. So I think we're all here, right? Yes or no? We just configure so nice. Yeah. Done, guys. Now click on new and select any column from any file. Let's say seq1 column 1. So I can specify here C1 greater than 1. Yes or no? That's it. So now we'll replace this filter condition with parent. That's what we are going to do next example. Okay? So please apply this filter condition, guys, all.
Resume in target file, you have selected new one or old one only?
Old one.
Okay.
Like expression, I just selected expression target. Yeah. Fine. So you can select anything. Anything is fine. Yeah. Clear, right? Yeah. So after that, you can supply this condition by clicking on data filters. New is there, right? Click on that. In the object, select SCQ1 and click on C1 and put greater than 1. Yeah. Done, guys. Can I move on to the next step?
Yes.
Yeah. Now click on OK. Yes. Now click on next. So C1 is mapped, right? That's okay. Click on next and finish. That's it. We are not specifying any parameter. Probably next time we will specify that. This is where we need to specify. We'll see. First, let us talk about without parameterization, synchronization task is going to work or not. Then we'll extend this with the parameterization, yeah, and run it. Yeah. So let us refresh this. It is failed, guys. Okay. Oh, type problem. Because we are using string, no? So, and the condition has got numeric value, right? So this, right? So go to data filters and supply quote, yeah, single quote. String, no? That's it. Click on next and finish it. So rest, we are not going to touch. See how easy is this? Yeah. That is why without developer involvement, right? Customers, they themselves can perform their activities. You know, like this is an example. Yeah, so let us try to refresh. See, it is working. We got 3 rows, right? Let us see whether we have got expected result in the target or not. So this one, right? This is synchronization task. What is the name we give? Aggregation something, right? Or expression, right? So let us take expression target. Yes, say C1, C2, C3, which is greater than 1, 4, 7, 111. So let us compare this with the source data, which is SEQ1. See here, 4, 7, 111, and 1, 1. They have not come in because they are not satisfying the condition. And that's it. Clear, guys, to everyone? This is a simple way to understand like how synchronization task would work between two medias. One is a source, other is a target. Yeah. Now let us try to extend. If this is clear, right, then we'll move on to what? Enhancing this with a parameter. Clear, guys, to everyone?
Yeah.
Guys? Okay.
Yep. Yes. Yes.
So now let us edit this. Yeah. Go to data filters and then change this to what? Parameter. What is the parameter we give, guys? $$ filter. That's it. Value for this parameter will be supplied in param file. I think we have given one, right? So same value. Let us see. That's it. This is one change. And second, go to schedule, all of you. And in the bottom, scroll down. In the bottom, we need to specify the parameter file name. Yeah. So which is going to be param.txt. Clear, guys?
Yes.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah, if it is a path is different, no? Absolute path and file name should be given. Yeah. That's it, guys. Only two changes, right? Param file name, condition, where we specify the parameter. That's all we did. Now run this. So let us refresh this. See, we got the same count, which means our parameterization is working. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
That's it. So this way, we can take care of parameterization part. That's the same result we got it. Now, let us try to modify this param value, yeah, instead of 1 and see the effect of the dynamic change. Yeah. So where is that data? User parameters, right? Yes or no? And open this and supply here, let's say 4 instead of 1, right? So greater than 4, right? So now let us try to restart this. And you see, guys, we are trying to rerun. So, yeah, refresh this. So we got only one. So we can see the effect of that, right? Yes or no? Now let's see the result in the target, which is 7 only, because 4 is gone. There's only one row, which is 7 greater than 4, right? That's all. Clear, guys? This is how we can supply value to a parameter at runtime. Clear, no?
Yes, no.
Yeah, yeah, perfect. Yes. Now, how do you take care of parameterization at mapping level and supply value to those parameters while running the task? How do you do that? Let's quickly do that. It's very simple. Yeah. So let us say we are going to apply parameterization, complete parameterization, source, transformation, and target. Three of them. Yeah. So let us try doing it. Like we built a synchronization task, right? Similar thing. Can we build a mapping so that anybody can make use of it? That we are going to do. Yeah. So first thing, go to source. Now we'll try to make complete parameterization, guys. So here we can, oh sorry, here we can click on new parameter. So I'll just put here connection param, fine. Label, let's say connection param, same thing, let's follow, fine. So connection type, if you want, you can specify here, which is a file. Yeah. So that also we can parameterize. If you don't want, you can also supply this at runtime. Yeah. So allow parameter, whatever. Default value, if you want, you can supply. Let's say SEQ1, or else it is not. No, default value we don't need to give. Let's give it because connection name need to give, right? Again, we need to look at the complete what you call name. Let's apply at runtime. Fine. There's a first parameter, guys. Next, let us apply the source type also parameter. Yeah. So now no parameters are there, right? Let us add it. Source type. So param underscore source underscore type. Yeah. And display label. So the if you want, you can supply, or we'll leave it to the user to decide. Say okay, guys. It's done, right? That's it. That is at source level. Yeah. I hope it is done, right? 100% of the parameters source set is done. Yeah. Yes or no?
Yes.
Now let us try to parameterize target also, like source only. It's not complex. It's a very straightforward. Let's quickly do this. Yeah. Yeah. Let's say target connection param. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. So please apply this. Done, guys. Say okay. And then target type, we can specify here parameter. Same thing like what we did in source, right? Which is target type, right? Param underscore target type. Yeah. Yeah, copy paste. Say okay. That's it. Now source and target is done. Let's add one transformation also, like a filter transformation. Yeah, drag and drop, place it under the link. So this also, let us try to parameterize. Yeah, incoming nothing will be there here because everything we are trying to parameterize. See here we can select here completely parameterized. Remember. Then do you have any parameters for filter? No. We're just starting, right? So click on new param. So supply filter underscore parameter. Yeah. And display label same here. And say okay. That's it. Now it is done. You can supply the mapping name, which is mapping underscore param. Yeah, guys. So did we hardcode anything? Nothing, right? Now values to this parameter should be supplied by the user at the time of execution. Yeah, that we are going to do. Yeah, done guys all. Let us save this. Make sure it's valid, huh? It's valid anyway. Yeah. Clear guys to everyone. Gopi all. Yeah. Pawan. No.
Yep.
Yeah, perfect. Now run it. Yeah. So here is a mapping parameter. Click on next. See here, it's asking for inputs. Now we need to supply inputs. Let us say first thing is what? Source connection, source file connection, right? Then file also. Everything we need to supply while running. Yeah. So likewise, we can build the logic with parameterization by using mappings asset. Then we'll expect user to supply the inputs. Even this also can be parameterized. These values also can be obtained from param file. So that's the next level. Yeah. I think this is enough for now. So because we need to cover task flows also, right? Yeah. So now select SEQ1. Yeah. Select it. So source part is done. See, we got a preview also. Click on next. One is done, right? Now target. Select any target here. Let us say file or whatever. And then object, it's a file name. Yeah, that's aggregation count target. So yeah, any file can be selected. And I select next parameters. Can you see here? Input parameters, which means a filter condition. Because we added filter parameter, right? Can you see here? That's what I was trying to talk. This is similar to synchronization task where we applied the filter condition, right? Yes or no? Now click on new and specify the filter condition, like C1 greater than, let's say 1, because same filter condition we applied earlier, right? Yes or no? So please apply this. Done, guys? Say okay. That's it. Say run. Yeah, so let us wait for a while. Yeah, so let us try to refresh. So we got the same result. Clear, guys? So which means we have built our own templatized task, which is similar to synchronization task. That is why I covered synchronous task at the beginning, and same thing we could able to do it by building mapping. Yeah, right. So now what is that target we selected? Aggregation count, right? Yes or no? See, we got the 3 rows here. That's it. Is it clear to everyone, guys? Yes or no? Guys?
Yes.
Perfect. That's it, guys. That's about parameters. Likewise, we can apply parameters for all the sources, all the target, all the transformations. That's it. So this is not possible in Power Center. 100% parameterization. Yes, partially we can do it. Yes. Now let us start getting into new topic. That's going to be what? Task flows. So far, we talked about like how to build mappings, how to build independent tasks. Now, we will try to put them together and see how it works. So to do that, we need to get into what? Another asset, which we call task flows. So now, let us try building what? Task flows. In task flows, right, we can execute multiple tasks in a sequence or in parallel or in hybrid. Hybrid means some could be executed in sequential, some could be executed in parallel. Yeah, with condition, without condition. Likewise, we have got multiple steps we call. Yeah. So like we have got, like, for example, if you want to make a call to task or mapping task, we use what? Data task, which is what we call step. Let us see that practically. So click on task flows, guys, all. See, there are some templatized tasks like linear task flow, parallel task. Yeah, let us start the linear task flow where we can run multiple tasks in a specific order. Yeah, I repeat, we can run multiple tasks in a specific order, meaning one after another. After successful completion of first task, second task will get evaluated, yeah, or executed. So click on create, guys. Yeah, so linear task flow with, let us say, two tasks. Yeah. So now can you see here there is an add task. Click on add task. So go to dev project, extract folder. Then you can see three tasks here. Yes or no? Let us take pass through task. Yeah. And click on select. Yeah. That's it, guys. One task is ready. So if you try to save and run, it still works, but we cannot see the effect of multiple tasks which are executed in an order manner, right? Yeah, can you see, guys, here there is a warning here. One or more task generate error. Yeah, because we are trying to run one that it got failed. What is that error? C source SEQ1 whatever. So we don't have C drive, right? So we selected wrong task, right? So let us select the right task in the linear task flow. So instead of this, we can delete, yeah, and add task, and yeah, go to dev project, extract folder. That's a mapping task union. Because why it is failed? Because it is agent is located in C drive. That's why it was throwing an error message. Now let us save and run. So this is old one, right? Yeah. See, it is successful. Union, right? So this is a one task, right? Now let us try to call another task. Yeah. Add task, same. Go to any location. Specify, let's say, synchronization task. Just now we did, right? That's it. Now let us save and run. Yeah. So try doing it, guys. Yeah. Yes. So let us refresh this. See, it's successful, right? One more row, we have it. Because based on parameterization, right? So we got only one row because C1 greater than 4, right? So that's it. Yeah. Anyway, result of that can be seen over here. So first one is what? Expression, second is what? Union. That's it. Yeah. So now the next question, how are we going to execute in parallel, right? So to do that, we can select what? Parallel task. So this is a generic task flow, guys, where we are going to customize the task flow based on our own choice. But here, these are pre-built templates. Parallel means how do you build it? So there is a template, we can make use of it to run multiple tasks simultaneously. Yeah. Select parallel task and click on create. Yeah, can you see, guys? See, start. See, for every task flow, there is going to be start step and end step. Start step will be used to start the task flow. End step will be used to end the task flow. That's okay. Same thing in workflow also we got start, right? Now we can supply what data task one, which is any mapping task or synchronization task or whatever task. That's what we need to browse and specify that. So let us start doing it, guys. Click on select. Yeah, can you see there are multiple tasks over here? Select one task, let us say mapping task join. Yeah, or you can also select this mapping task join. Yeah. We are getting all the assets from multiple locations. See default location, dev extract, whatever, right? You can see multiple locations. So we are selecting the location which we are using it. Yeah, so click on select. Let us try to finish by 5:30, guys. We'll have question answers. Yeah, if you have any input fields, you can just add it. If you want event messaging, you can also have it. Error handling also can be specified here based on suspend, whatever, you can specify that. Yeah. This is the first task. Similarly, we can also supply another task. But here the catch is, see whether both are going to execute at the same time or not. Yeah. So click on select, guys, all, and select what? Synchronization task. All. Yeah, clear, guys, all?
Yes.
Yeah, click on select. So same input fields, all that similar to earlier. So that's it. Now we supply two tasks, right? Now let us apply the task flow name. That's a task flow parallel paths. Yeah, which is we are trying to run both of them in parallel. So you can click on this parallel paths. In case if you want to configure, let's say start, like what all need to be supplied with respect to permissions or privileges, like who can execute. By default, whoever has logged in, right, they can execute it. Yeah. That's it. So we can also publish. Publish means we can make this particular task flow available outside also, which means from the browser also we can execute. Yeah, click on run, or by using Postman, or by using third-party applications where we can embed the code to get it executed. There are multiple ways to execute, provided we need to get it published. Yeah, so let us try to refresh. See, it got executed, right? But we did not check whether both are running parallel or not. Let us try to restart this. Yeah. Now look at two tasks. They are executed already, successful, right? Let's go back and select this thing which is running, right? See, both are successful anyway. Let us restart this just to see whether they are running in parallel or not, right? Yes, see views of task. Now you can see. Can you see, guys? Both have started at
Yes.
the same time, which is 3:14. You can see, right? That's it. This is an indication of like executing multiple tasks at the same time. Yeah? So that's fine. I think result is in it. Yeah.
Last
Now
just one doubt.
let us. Yes, please.
In the data task 1 and the data task 2, I selected only one task for both the tasks. If
Oh,
I
then
run the
you'll get one error. It's been used by somebody. Something. It's a lock error, right?
oh yeah, so it was running by another instance something.
Exactly. Which means we can only one task we can run at the same time, right? That's a common thing, right?
Okay. Yeah,
So
okay,
that
got it.
just yeah, fine. So now let us try to what I call get into the next one, which is let us say parallel task with a decision. Decision means with a condition, guys. Nothing else. This is our last one we'll try. Then we'll get into normal task flow. Yeah. Yes, can you see here? This parallel task part, we know it. And this one is based on what condition? Remember. Yeah. Now let us apply this one similar to earlier. Let's quickly do it. This one, right? Yeah. Then select second one quickly. These are pre-built templates. If you want to build everything from the scratch, we'll try to do one complete task flow which will have sequence, parallel, decision, throw, end steps, jump, all that. Yeah. Fine. These two are done now. Now we can build a condition here. Yeah. Okay, see your decision. You need to click on this decision. Then in properties, you can see decision where it's a field and select. Can you see here? So based on the return value of previous task, for example, success rows, yeah, so equal to 1, greater than or equal to 1, right? We can supply here, yeah, which means if you get this particular condition satisfied, control get into the top path or else bottom, right? So double click on it and specify what I call some other task. Let's just, yeah, let us try to use wait. Yeah. Wait for some time. Yeah. Let's wait for instead of minutes, seconds. Let's say 5 seconds, right? Otherwise also we can make a call to some other task. So let us say jump. Yeah. So jump to another task, which is going to be, let us say, parallel path, which means from here, control would go to jump. Can you see here, jump here? It will get in here. Again, it start executing these things again. It will go here till this condition satisfied, right? It will keep on repeating this particular task flow. Clear, guys? Yes or no? In this, we are trying to cover parallel paths, decision, and also wait step, jump step. 2 extra steps we added here. Yes or no?
Yes.
Now, let us apply the task flow name, which is task flow 1. We are trying to cover parallel paths. Second, with a decision. Yeah. So now let us save it. Yes, task flow is valid, right? Yeah. Publish and run. Yeah. See, it's running now, right? So we can say we've subtasks, all that if you want to see. Successful already. Yeah, can you see, guys, here from here? Here to here to here to here. Total there are 8 tasks got executed, right? Because first to enable parallel we executed, then we have just used decision, then followed by tasks. Yeah. So total put together it's executed some number of tasks. That's fine. Now let us look at the path of execution or flow of execution of data. Click on this. You need to observe, guys, now. Can you see here, guys, here? This is separate view where we can see here. First started here and executed both in parallel, yes or no? The condition is evaluated. See, it has gone to this guy because status output of this data task one is returning more than 1 row or equal to 1 row. Yes or no? So we can
Yes.
see here, yeah. So we can see here These status are successful here, right? Yes or no? Now we can look at output fields, run ID, whatever, right? And success flows are greater than 1. That is why what you call control has gone to this particular block. Yes or no? And second task also, it got successful with n number of output fields. Success rows are this many. Success target rows are 1 only. Remember, source is different from target, right? So because here we applied condition, right, which is greater than 4. So we got only one value, which is 7, right? So that's about second parallel task. Perfect. Now condition, we gave what? Greater than equal to 1. Control should go here. Anyway, it is going here. And then end a task flow. See, this is the path of execution, grid tick mark, right? I hope it is clear, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to look at very detailed flow, right? Like input variables, output variables, all that, right? Then we have got advanced view. I'm trying to cover debugging flow also, guys, now. So on the right top, you could able to say advanced view to take you to what? Another window, which is based on workflow engine, which we call active voice. Can you see here? Active voice. So workflow engine, right? So this engine is going to help us in order to generate complete step-by-step instructions with the flow chart. Can you see here, guys? So begin sequence, or we can also see on the left side, this is a task or name, right? Then we can see variables. Like if we have any input variables, we could able to see on the right side. See here, we supplied username, which is what whoever has registered, right? And then output, if it returns any outputs, we could able to say it, or else it will be empty. It is not returning anything, right? So like a temp variables, we did not add anything, but we'll have default temp variables. Can you see, guys? These are all the outputs we have seen it, right? Yes or no? Run ID, whatever, all that we can see it here. Yeah. So pre-built temporary variables, right? So that's over. Next, we can get into what we call fault handlers. In case of any faults we have, right? Then we could able to see corresponding faults over here. So in the flow chart also, the controller has gone to this particular fault handlers. If we select this, then it will show from the beginning. You know? So here, what we can see, this particular our data task, we need to go to our data task where we supplied as input and see where we have it. Yeah, where do we have a task? We need to go to our task. So we need to look at it clearly, the path of execution. See, decision is there in the bottom. And then, yeah, let's come from the top. See, begin sequence begin. It started from here, initializing parameters, then get into parameter set. Then that path is over, initialization part. Then control will come to the next block where we can see the control comes here. Yeah. Then here we have got signaling, but anyway, we have not defined this signaling. So we can just go to what you call next where we have got data tasks. Yes or no? We need to go slowly. Yeah, this is a decision on the left side. On the right side, yes, I need to do it slowly. Yeah, can you see, guys? Data task one. So data task one, we can see here corresponding fault handlers. Then we have data task two corresponding sequence and fault handlers, right? That's over. After that, control would go to what? Decision. Can you see here? After parallel path, right? Control comes here. Then need to go to the left side. Yeah. So here we need to come back and then it is pointing to the top. Let us see here. So, oh my God, yeah, here in decision, right? So we give weight in one path, and other path we give what? Jump. Yes or no? One path weight is that, other one is what? Jump. Yeah. So jump to another step. So that's it. So this way we could able to see complete path of execution. Even here also, green tick marks we have right. Here also you will have green tick marks. See here, from here it went here, 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 here. Then we can go all the way on the right to look at data task and whatever. Slowly we need to scroll and take a look at that. Yeah. So that's it, guys. Like how one can start understanding what a complete path of execution within this what advanced way. Yeah. I've just tried to what you call zoom out so that we can see many things close to each other. Yeah. Yes. So that's it, guys. So this is going to help us a lot to troubleshoot task flows, corresponding task, whatever. Yeah. Now let us say if we go to execution, yeah, we can see execution steps. And then if we take this particular log, execution log, right? Can you see process starts for every task flow? It starts with a process because, as we all know, that Informatica follows multi-threading architecture. Yeah. Then flow starts here. See, it is started and finished. Then sequence, we have already seen it. Then signaling part, then followed by initialization, then followed by complete path of execution can also be seen in the textual form. Yeah? And decision statements, then internal thing that we don't need to worry, like whatever happens within decision statements. Yeah? Then all the conditions will be applied. We can see all the steps. In case something goes wrong, right, we can get in there. For example, data task one. See what comes in, what or not it has taken. Complete things can be seen here. Yeah. So wherever you want some, or if you have some issues, right, those things also can be seen here. This is a code generated by this engine, which is ActiveOS engine. Similarly, we can go to a result of this another path. See dead path. Why it's a dead path? Which is control has not gone there. Like after decision we saw, right? It's a else block. It has not gone there. That's why it's part of what? Dead path. And so on. This is how we can clearly understand the complete flow. This is at high level. So that's at a very detailed level. But that is going to help us if you have any issues, or else this is enough actually. Yeah, clear guys to everyone?
Yes, no.
Yeah. So now let us try to close this. Yeah. So now let us try to build what our own task flow, guys, from the beginning. Yeah. So templatize, I think we talked about 2, 3. That is enough. Now let's talk about how to build everything from the scratch. For that, we need to select what second one, which is task flow. So please select that. Segregate. Yeah. Yeah. Can I say every task flow will have start step and end step? See, this is what we call steps, guys. All assignment tasks, data tasks, integration tasks, they're all what we call them as steps. Yeah. Notification tasks, command tasks, ingestion tasks, whatever. Yeah. So let us try to cover some things. So now every task flow will have some name. Let's say I'll just put here task flow generic. Right now here we can specify as part of start property, right? Who can run this particular task flow and supply the corresponding inputs if required. Yeah. So that's what we need to do. Next, we can take this particular data task over here. then supply the data task. Yeah. So click on select. Let's say we are supplying union. Let us start doing it, guys. Yeah. So let us focus on running multiple tasks sequential. Yeah. As we are trying to follow first sequence, then parallel with addition, then wait, jump, then subtask flow. All that we'll try to cover in this task flow, guys. Yeah. So this is done. Second, let us try to supply what another task, which is parameterization part. We have only two things, right? Now let us go to parallel execution. Sequential execution is done, right? So parallel, yeah, there is a parallel task, right? Yes or no? This is a step we call parallel step. Yeah. So here we can specify in the top, let's say we'll just select again data task and specify what union again. Yeah, fine. Now let us say you'll get an error message. It has been used by another process. To cut down that, here we can add one wait step so that you won't get to see that particular error message. Let us try to get wait step and put it on this particular link, which is virtual data set. So wait for a while. Let us say we'll wait for uh, 8 seconds. No, not much, 8 seconds. So by then, let's say these two tasks, as per second task would get executed. Now let's go to parallel path. Within that, we could able to see what is ready to execute parallel. See, first path 0, path 1. If you don't want it, we can delete. If you want to add one more, that also can be done. New path, right? Yes or no? So then specify the path name or specify the task directly. Can you see here? There's a one more branch has come in here. Likewise, parallel execution can take place for 2 or 3 or 4 or n number of tasks. Remember. Yeah? Now let us apply second task, which is going to be, let us say again, task parameter. Then and here, so we'll try to use some throw. Throw is not applicable here because yeah, because it will throw error message, it will keep on repeating. And we'll try to supply this. Within this throw, we can specify the code, detail, and reason. For example, error message. So error code is 100. Detail, expected error message. So here also reason you can specify expected. Yeah. So that's it. Yeah. Now parallel path is done with the 3 steps in it. Yeah. So after that, we can start getting into what? Decision. Yeah. So use decision step here. Now supply decision condition here based on what? Previous steps. So select this, any data task like what we did earlier, right? Any data task based on whatever we expect, right? We can specify that particular condition like success or failure, right? We can specify that. Yeah. And then value associated to that. Yeah. So greater than, equal to, whatever, 1 or 2, whatever, right? We can supply. Now this part I think we know it. Then we can supply the condition or some task, which is again, it could be a jump task or it could be simple data task. Yeah. Let us browse and specify what some task, right? In the bottom, we can now all control will not go get in here, so we can specify, let's say wait for some seconds, 1 second, whatever, right? Anyway, control will not go there, right? We know that. Now we can put a sleep after parallel execution because there are multiple tasks are running, right? Yes or no? It's better to wait for some time here because we need to make sure that all are executed. So you can just use wait step immediately after parallel step. So wait for, let's say, 10 seconds to complete all the parallel tasks, then get into subsequent step execution, which is decision task. Yes or no? So now once it is done, the next step is what? Let us say you want to execute another task flow which was built by somebody else. Then we can just go and add sub task flow. Remember, like workload we have, right? In Power Center, this is similar to that, which means sub part of the task flow would be taken care over here. Clear, guys? So now let us try to supply this particular another task flow. Yes or no? Now let us say we have just executed parallel pass with a decision, right? That's it. Now this is also done. Sub task flow, it has been covered. Yeah. So ingestion task we cannot cover because we don't have a license for it. We need separate license. Remember, guys, this ingestion task will be used if you want to process very large data. So we call it as mass ingestion task. Yeah. And file watcher. So again, we need to create a notification component, then get in here, start making use of it. So component is mandatory, and that also requires license. Yeah. So I think more or less we covered all. And if you want to assign value to any field, right, we can do this. That's it. So this way we can, yeah, whenever there is a parameterization stuff, right, you can assign, get the supply the value to a parameter and use it in anywhere in the task flow. So that's it, guys. Like how to build a task flow with n number of steps. Steps means in the palette we can see different names, right? Different iconic names, which we call steps. Assignment step, data task step, and so on. Clear, guys, to everyone, like how to build a task flow and dependency, right? It is taken care. After completion of this, control comes over here and start execution this. After completion of both, then control will get into the next. This is a common thing. That's an implicit dependency that would be taken care of, which is sub-child step would get executed after completion of parent step or steps. Yeah, clear? Gopi, all.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, this is
Yes,
similar to
yes. Yeah.
workflow, guys, not complex. Yeah. So now let us publish and run it. Yeah. Yeah, this will take time. Yeah. So meantime, if you have any questions, right, please try to ask, right? We'll try to discuss about that.
So, can we orchestrate these task flows to any other scheduler? Like, or in the ISCS itself, we can give dependency from one task flow to another task flow.
Oh, from third party scheduler, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, that is very much possible. But here it's not that great within ISCS. But yes, we can call this task flow from outside schedulers like Control M or Tivoli,
Yeah.
AutoSys. Yeah.
So, so
So
within
yes, that's one thing.
ISCS, okay.
IS also we got scheduling part, but it's not that great. I'll show like how do you schedule it, but it's not that great. But yes,
Okay.
see we have got
So
separate schedulers, so which are yeah.
suppose we have dependency on one task flow to complete to start the other task flow, right?
That's a
So
default, right? That is taken care here. But what is not taken care is full coloring stuff and checking the status for everything, getting the notifications. All such
yeah,
things are not been taken care properly here. So those
okay,
things, yeah, we have it well organized in third-party schedulers. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So let us try to refresh it. See, it got failed. Yeah. Reason? See, we got error. We gave this throw, right? Yes or no? See, like how we get to see that error. Yeah. So these four things are successful, and it is failed in. Um, it is failed with what? Yeah, you can just click on view subtask. This is done already. Yes, these four are done, right? After completion of this, it got failed. So we can just go back to that what do you call generic task flow and see the path of execution. Can you see guys here? So so it is started here, then completed successfully. See, this dependency is implicit here. So after completion of this, then only it will be started here. Yeah. Then wait, then this is executed, this is failed, and it is because we are running in parallel, right? It will stop here. Remember. Yeah? So that is why we are getting that message, which is code is 100, reason is expected. We saw that message, right? And then so we can see rest of them are dead paths. Yeah. So it is not executed subsequent steps. Now how do you make it to get executed? So to do that, we can just go to task flow and remove that what do you call throw. So it has been taken out. Instead of that, you can just use some other task, or we can remove also if you don't want it. So get in here and delete that particular path. So that will be gone now. See, we got only two. Yeah. So now let us try to run it. Yeah. So here we can use some other what do you call step if you want to execute it. Let us see. So whether once control comes here, right, then we can think on that, right? So this way we can clearly understand the path of execution within this task flow. Yeah. Yeah. So now let us try to refresh this. Still going on because there are many tasks, right? It will take some time. So meantime, you guys can ask questions, guys. Anyway, we'll have questions after 5:30, but till that, we'll try to do some more things. 10 minutes.
Narsimha, I have one
Yes.
question. So can we check the dependency for suppose if a one target is being used in multiple mappings, can we check that dependency? Like,
No,
can we
that
get the
complete
list of all the mappings
that
that are
that's not
dependent?
difference. Actually, it's yeah, it's actually impact. This
Correct.
if I change something, like where or not is getting impacted, right? That's impact analysis. So that
Yes.
much we cannot see it here, but we can see
Okay.
the flow chart. Like flow chart we saw, advanced view we saw, right? Yes or no? After
Yes.
execution, there we could get to see, but it's not that great. Yeah, madam. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So any other questions? Yes, see, it is completely executed, guys. Successful. Yeah. Now, let us try to take a look at what I call this is sub-task flow, right? We executed that. Yeah. So to sub-task flow, see the path of execution. Because this we have already created, right? Yes or no? We have seen that already. So sub-task flow path can be seen. Now, let's go back to our generic task flow. So that path also can be seen here. Click on that. See here. Now start that task 1, 2, wait, parallel paths. Then both are successful. Then decision. Then path has come to the top. Then sub-task flow got executed. Then it is ended. So complete flow we executed in this way. Clear, guys? So that's it. Yeah. So yeah, this is the task flow thing, guys. Yeah, like here itself we can see, like just by looking at this flow itself, we can understand like the dependency. But yes, for one target where or not is getting impacted, that we cannot see it yet. Yeah. Okay, that's about task flow, guys. Yeah. So now let us try to understand debugging stuff, guys. In order to debug, what is required, guys? One, we need a log. Second, we can use a debugger. Here we don't have debugger. Instead, we can use advanced view that we have already seen it. Now, in order to debug any task, how do you do it, guys? You need to answer. So we can use what? Log. Which log we can use? Which
Task
log?
flow, task flow log or map.
Yeah, that's for task flow. Task level, session log. Correct, no?
Yeah.
Yes or no? Let's see if we take mapping Java, right? If we execute no, then if something goes wrong, right? We need some log for it. Like we execute simple task in Power Central, like session task, right? You will get what? Session log, which can be downloaded. So let it get executed. See in the see against this particular mapping task, you can just click on download, and you will get to see this. Yeah, this mapping task log got downloaded. Yeah, and this particular complete log, right? It follows DTM architecture. We all know that, right? DTM means data transformation manager, where you will have one DTM process with a number of threads like source thread, target thread, mapping thread, session, mapping thread, session thread, then corresponding reader thread, writer thread, pre-session, post-session, all that you will have it. Yeah. So based on that particular architecture, this particular log would get generated. Remember, yeah, this is a task name, right? And every run ID means instance ID, fourth time execution we executed. So we can see here run ID is equal to 4. This 4, right? Mapping Java hyphen 4. 4 means fourth time execution. So our instance ID also we can call this service ID to identify who executed this. Then can you see here run context? We are using cloud user interface, graphical interface to execute it. If you execute it from command line, right, you will not see this UI. If you execute from third-party scheduler, right, it's a different. Yeah. Now look at here, guys. So we have got definition. Remember, if you want to process the data, we have to have metadata. So it is trying to get what we call metadata here before the execution starts, right? Then We can see if there are any errors here. Then get into this validation part, all this metadata validation. Then control comes into this particular mapping where we can see pre-built options. Then we have got again session task. Can you see here? Session task will have this particular naming convention. So it is going to create inside. We don't do it because we execute a mapping directly, right? But internet is going to create a task. So this is going to be what we call mapping task type. This is started with a repository ID. This is a task type, right? Yes or no? Same thing we can see here. So successfully done. So you can see initialization done successfully. Our startup operation has been taking place successfully. And now the next question, param file, are we using it? We are not using user defined param file, but it will make use of system defined parameter file, which will contain what you call date, all that. Paul, you can just go to this location and see what it contains. Yeah. And if you want to change also, we can change it. Yeah, but first let us see what it contains. There are pre-built parameters, guys, and you can see the value. Okay, let's open this. Yeah, can you see, guys, last runtime, last run date, what these are pre-built what you call parameters with corresponding values. Yeah. So can you see here? So when you try to what you call build parameter file in Power Center, right? This is a workflow name. Under that session task, the session task name. We saw session task name in the log, right? And corresponding session level parameters. That's it. Now let's go back to this particular log where it went. It is here. So we don't have any workload, whatever. So that is not valid. Now can you see repository name is what XML repository? That's the internal one. Can you see, guys, RDTM means runtime data transformation manager. Yeah. As I said earlier, it uses what DTM architecture, right? With one process. So workflow will have a process with run ID, whatever. Then we can see what session name, which is this one, right? Then see in DTM, you'll have manager also, DTM manager we call with this particular PID, which is ID 1, and then parallel followed by parallelism. Remember, guys, this Informatica Power Center or even cloud data integration follows two types of parallelisms. One, pipelining, second, partitioning. First, it is going to divide the input data into multiple divisions or multiple partitions. In case we have defined number of partitions 2, 3, whatever, by default 1, that's why we can see 1. Then for each partition, there is going to be corresponding pipelining. Pipelining means what? Line with arrow we saw, right? In the sense, if we have two tasks, upstream task on the left side, downstream task on the right side. So downstream task need not have to wait till all the rows that should be processed by upstream task. So that is where pipelining parallelism would come in, which is both the tasks would be executed simultaneously. That is why Informatica follows what? Multi-threading architecture. So with two types of parallelisms, partitioning and pipelining. So because the time, right, I'm not elaborating because these things itself, I need to spend one day to explain partitioning, pipelining with the examples, all that. Right? That's a very big topic. Yeah. Because of time, right? I'm just trying to just touch upon high level points. Yeah. So now we can see it is started here. And Unicode, I think we saw somewhere, right? This is code page. But this is not applicable now because we are dealing with English characters. If you deal with other than that, we need to think on that. So we are using this code page, my MS Microsoft Windows Latin, right? That's the default anyway. And sort order by default binary to users. But if you have some other sort of like Spanish, whatever, right? We can also select it. And code page not applicable here. And PID current process ID is what 6828. We can attach a debugger to this particular PID to look at the complete or to get the complete stack trace. Yeah, we don't need to look at all task flows, whatever, right? Complete flow of execution, we could get it by attaching a debugger to it. For example, in Unix, right, we got a GDB, GNU debugger, triple D, data display debugger, or XDB, whatever. So we can use appropriate debugger to attach it, and we'll get a complete stack trace. Yeah. So likewise, you could see here complete path of execution from top to bottom, and once it is done, see here, reader thread got executed, then installation is, and then writer thread got started, then execution, reader and run starting part is done. After that, then execution would take place, and result of that can be seen in the relevant targets. Can you see here? Java result.txt, and source is going to be j.txt. Yeah? Fine. Which means what? As a result of reading this data from this particular file, the result that got generated would be under java result.txt, which is going to be the end result of this particular mapping. Yeah. So then once it is done, then we could able to see what complete statistics at the end, which includes what comes in and what went out as a result of this particular mapping task. That's it, guys. But this is applicable with respect to what? Log level, normal log level or info log level. Let us say we are unable to identify the causes of failures. In such cases, we need to change the log level from info to what? Verbose init or verbose data. For example, if there are any data issues, then we need to change the log level from what you call normal to what? Verbose data. If there is an initialization problem, then, for example, we spawn a thread, establish linkage among threads. In such cases, we can troubleshoot by enabling tests. Yes or no? During initialization, if there is a data problem along with connectivity, then we can go with what? Enabling verbose init. So depending upon type of issue that you foresee, right, we can change it to appropriate log level and see why it got failed. So that's where this particular trace level or log level is going to help us to take care of it. Now you can ask question, where do you set it? That's very simple, guys. We can set it at a transformation level or mapping level or a task level, or task level, whatever. So we can select, let us say, any task, search for task over here. Yeah. Yes. So we can take any task or whatever, mapping task, parameterization, whatever, right? So then, so we can see here, edit, and you will have what we call option to enable the log. That's the one thing. And second, we can also send the notification as part of this. Can you see here? Execution mode, verbose. Verbose, if you execute, right, you'll get to see very detailed logging messages. Besides to that, I didn't talk about what do you call performance tunables, guys. So our debugging options. I think one day I was trying to answer this question. Now time has come in to talk about some of the parameters. Look at here, guys. See, there are some things which can be used for debugging. Example, let us say we have got error logging. Where is that? Yeah, error handling. Can you see, guys? These input properties will be used for taking care of error handling. Log type we can specify. Example, if you select that log type, let us say flat file, where we can go and dump it. Yeah. So that's one thing. And next thing, let us say other error handling related parameters can be supplied to this particular task as input. And then we have got what we call tunables. For example, let's say our task flow or task taking longer than expected. Then we need to supply appropriate commit type and also recovery strategy, like restart from a place where it got ended. Then DTM buffer size, by default you'll have some number. We can change that number depending upon the amount of data that we process it. Remember, guys, it is always advisable to supply this number based on the input data that you process. If the input data is smaller or low volume of data, then buffer size should be smaller. Similarly, rest. And incremental aggregation meaning if we have, let us say, task or a map which contains more than once aggregation has used, right, then delta aggregation would take place rather than again doing from the scratch. This is one of the optimal option for aggregation. Similar precision part, and then this one, guys, ELT. I think one person was asking question about PDO, post-on automation, right? So through this incompatible connections or databases or source or target or full optimization temporary whatever, right? We got multiple sub options to take care of PDO, which is post down optimization. So you can also say default block size, constraint based loading for databases, others it's not required, and bottom error handling. So these are some of the things which I just talked about high level, guys. Like one, debug level parameters, and second, tunable parameters. Yeah, that totally separate topics altogether. I'm not drilling down onto those topics because it is too early to get in there, right? So that's it about what you call some of the bullet points about debugging and tunables. Yeah. Okay. There's one more thing which I didn't talk about it, which is mapplet. Yeah. So mapplet is very simple, guys. It's set of transformations where you'll build, where we could build reusable logic. For example, lookup, assuming that we are going to obtain the country name for a given country code. Yeah, that's a reusable logic. That logic can be used in anywhere in the mapping. For instance, let's say create a mapping with the input and output blocks. We will have it and specify like input ports and output ports over here. For example, I am trying to add one for the sake of simplicity, and we can also add output ports. Let's say we have got let's say one more here, which is simple straight through. Yeah? In between, we can have what n number of transformations like lookup or some other transformations. So like, now let us say we'll try to supply the mapplet name. Yeah, guys. So these are very simple things. You can just listen. You don't need to do example here. So then it's not valid enough. What happened? So output field mapping. Fine. So let us try to do that. We need to connect right input to output. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, this is successful right now. It is valid. So likewise, you can add n number of transformations underneath. Once it is done, the next step is what? We can build a mapping. Under that, we can make a call to the mapplet. For example, we have a source, right? There's a mapplet transformation here. Yeah, here is that. Yes, this one, right? So you can just see it, guys. It's very straightforward anyway. So now we need to configure this because we have already built a mapplet, right? We just have to refer to that. Yeah. Yeah. Select this. That's all, guys. So now we know how to refer the mapplet which was built by anybody. Yeah. Then get it connected to a target. Yeah. Now we can start configuring the source. Yeah. Let's say we are using the file. Let's say SAQ SAQ1. Yeah. Now we'll try to map one of the column from SAQ1 to mapplet. Yeah. And see whether mapplet is going to read and get the data processed within a mapplet. Like it's equal to what? Calling a function from another function, like a nested calls we have right in programming. Same concept holds good over here. Yeah. So now let us try to supply the target. Mhm. Yes. Yeah. So now let us apply, let's say mapplet result, right? But here we are still using straight through only because we have not done any intermediate manipulation within a maplet. Yeah. We are just trying to simulate the behavior, like can mapplet take the output of prior transformation as input to this mapplet and start getting the data transferred to a target. That's what we are trying to do here, right? Oh, it's not valid. Let us say that is mapping. Huh? See, mapplet, yes, field mapping is not done. So we can get in here and map from source to new field of mapplet. That's it, guys. So once it is done, C1 data would get transferred to a target. By using C1, we can also apply some manipulation. Yeah. 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 So meantime, you can ask questions, guys. I just quickly shown this example because straightforward and time is also we don't have time, right? So that's why I just quickly covered that. So you can do it later on also because you'll have recording, right? Yes or no? Gopi, Priya, all. Guys, you can hear me, right? Oh,
Yeah,
some
Narasimha.
talk.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's clear, right? Any questions on this? Like how to build a maplet from the scratch and how to use that maplet within top level mapping. Yeah. Clear, right? Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes.
clear, Narasimha.
Okay.
So regarding
Fine.
parameterization, right? I have a one doubt.
Yeah.
So actually, we are given in the source level, and even we have in-out parameters, right? In mapping level,
Yes.
we have in-out.
Yes, we can have, yeah, one parameter can be used as both in as well as out, or we can also use only in or only out. Yes, we have that concept. I have not covered that because of time. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Fine, Naresh.
So
Yeah.
yeah, in that case, in expressions, we can give the conditions, right? Like if conditions or some decode options in expression level,
Yeah,
field
yeah, yeah.
level, we can
That is
those
very much
things we
possible.
can. Yeah, it is.
Yes. Yes. IIF you have, right? If else.
Yeah,
Similar decode is the optimal form of IIF. Yeah, we can
yeah.
do that. We have got special functions in expression transformation.
So those things we can parameterization is
Exactly.
also.
We can do it. Yeah, as I said earlier, right?
Yeah,
In Informatica Cloud, right? 100% of parameters is possible.
mm,
Wherever you want, we can apply parameterization. Clear, Naresh?
yeah,
Yeah, that's a good question, guys. Yeah. It's a logical question because that's what we normally do in expression transformation while building complex mathematical functions, right? So we parameterize and build complex mathematical form. Yes, that's good question, Naresh. Yeah.
And one more thing in AICS, I am observed this one, right? Like scripts, command task. So in
Yes.
session level, we have post success command, failure success command.
Yeah, we have, right? In task itself at the end, we have pre-processing
Mm.
command, post-processing command.
So here we can both SQL commands and uh, command task like
Yeah,
Linux
these
commands.
commands are
Both will be
basically for
both will be
script commands.
performed in.
Script commands, like a shell script, right? Pre and
Yeah.
post. Yeah. But if you want SQL, right? Then source, let us say if it is a source database, then we can also have pre SQL, post SQL. That is possible. Yeah. You got right?
Yes, got it.
Like, yeah, that is possible. Yeah, it is successful, guys. So simple. Now with this, we know the usage of this particular maplet. So whatever comes in, same thing has been transferred to a target. New field is a input field within the maplet. See, that's it. That's a complete flow. So you guys can try one example because of the time. So I did not request you guys to perform this. You can do it even after that. You'll have recorded, right? So this is the one thing. And next thing is what, let's say we completed many topics, right? Yes or no? Now that we need to start making it available outside this particular environment. How do we do it? For that, we can just select all and then get it exported. Can you see, guys? So click on three-dotted button, export. You guys can do this. Yeah, because whatever you will learn, right, you can import onto your environment just to recap or revise, right? You can do it. Yeah. Click on export. So but this will take time because we are trying to export all of them, right? Can you see here, guys? Like for example, in Power Center, if you try to export workflow, no, all the dependents will be taken care. Same way, here we call all assets. Like assets could be mapplet or task, or whatever, right? Components, right? All of them would be taken care as part of export. For example, if you try to export task flow, right? All the dependent components also would get exported. That's it. Yeah. Now we are trying to click on export. So it would take time. Yeah. So that's it. Yeah. Now after that, if you want import, there's import button. So export import is clear, right? Yes or no? From one environment to other environment. Clear,
Yes,
guys,
clear.
to everyone?
Yeah.
So that's it. Yeah. So that's all, guys. So probably if you have any questions, you can shoot out, or else looks like there is one second. So you need to key one that looks like has kept any feedback link in the chat. That's one thing. And second is what you can also take post test, I think. Malesh is there, no? Yeah. Did you get any this post test link, guys? Malesh? Malesh, you can just take now it's your call. Malesh.
Yeah, sir. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Your team, I have shared the final feedback link in the chat, and also I have shared the post test link in the chat. I request all please fill the feedback and take the assessment. And once you've done the assessment and feedback, kindly let us know in the chat box. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
After that,
Thank
I
you.
have shared the mass mutual feedback link. Once I received the IHT feedback and assessment.
Yeah. So if you have any questions, guys, you can always send an email to me. I'm just typing my email ID in chat box. Any kind of technical questions, right? You can just send an email to me, guys. My email ID I kept in the chat box. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Team, those who have completed the feedback, can they take the assessment? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Narasimha.
Yeah, thanks a lot to all guys. Yeah, thanks, Ranjan.
Yeah.
Thanks for the cooperation. So yeah, any technical questions, right? You can always drop an email to me. I think I submitted my email in the chat box. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it was a wonderful session. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank
Thanks a
you.
lot. Yeah, thanks. Bye.
Yeah, thank you, Narasimha. Thank you so much for the session. I learned so many things as I'm the new to ISCS Cloud. So I learned so many things part of this training. Thank you. Thank you so much for your
Thanks a
support.
lot. Yeah. Thanks a lot, Venkat.
Yeah.
Yeah, team, as of now, we have received only 9 responses in the feedback. I request you all, please fill the feedback form and take the assessment. After that, I'm sharing the Mass Mutual feedback link. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks to all guys. I'm logging off and all the best.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much, Narasimha, for your wonderful session.
Thank you, Narsim sir. Team, I have shared the Mass Mutual link in the chat. I request all, please fill the feedback, both feedback links, and take the assessment. Once you're done, kindly let us know in the chat box. Thank you. Thank you all. Team, as of now, we have received 12 responses in the feedback. Kindly request you all, please fill the feedback form and take the assessment. Thank you. Thank you all. Bye.